watching News 10 ABC, your local news leader.
President Trump says he could decide in the next 2 weeks whether the U.S. will strike Iran, keeping open the chance of more negotiations.
Fox's Connor Hansen has the latest.
After a week of fighting between Israel and Iran, President Trump is leaving another 2 weeks to decide if the U.S. will intervene. The president is keeping hope alive for diplomacy.
The president is saying that he will make a decision whether or not to go within the next 2 weeks. It's very clear and direct.
President Trump has maintained that Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon. It has been widely reported only the U.S. has a powerful enough bunker buster bomb to destroy an Iranian nuclear site deep underground. Israel destroyed other sites and killed several Iranian military leaders. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu spoke after Iranian missiles hit a large hospital, injuring hundreds.
He would use these weapons to wipe Israel off the map. Well, he's not going to. We're not going to let him.
China has called for an end to the fighting. Its ambassador to the U.S. wrote, quote, China stands ready to continue enhancing communication and coordination with all parties. But as the world waits to see if the Iranian regime picks up negotiations, some in the Islamic Republic are ready for change. The nation's exiled crown prince spoke to Fox News.
The control apparatus of the regime is almost collapsing, and we see more and more of that sort of reports that are coming to us from personnel within the military or intelligence.
Iran's foreign minister is reportedly traveling to Geneva to meet with European counterparts. In New York, Connor Hansen, Fox News.
A young man from New Jersey who was held captive by Hamas for 19 months is back in his hometown. Residents turned out to cheer as 21-year-old Idan Alexander was driven through the streets today. The family's rabbi calling his return a miracle. Former hostage grew up in New Jersey, graduated from Tenafly High School before moving to Israel. He was serving in the Israeli military on October 7th, 2023, when he was abducted during the attack by Hamas that sparked the war in Gaza. Idan is believed to be the last living American citizen to have been held in Gaza.
The mayoral race down in New York City took a sharp turn toward the negative this week with allegations that one of the candidates is using anti-Semitic language. Today, the sixth day of the early voting, Assemblyman and candidate for mayor Zoran Mondavi doubling down on why he used the term globalize the Intifada. He says he is standing up for the human rights for Palestinians, but not taking a stand against Israel or the Jewish people. It's a term, though, many Jewish people, even the U.S. Holocaust Museum, say is a rallying cry to kill Jews. Mamdani offering this.
I've been clear time and time again that there is no room for violence in our city, no room for violence in our country. My point is not that this is language that I use. It is a larger point about these words have different meaning for many different people.
Mamdani says that former Governor Andrew Cuomo and his billionaire backers with the super PAC are weaponizing anti-Semitism in the closing days of the campaign. During a wide-ranging conversation, Cuomo and some of the other candidates were asked about it.
I haven't said anything. These are his words. Globalize the Intifada is a vulgar, brutal expression to the Jewish community.
Do you believe Mr. Mamdani's anti-Semitic, though, in light of this back and forth?
You know, that's for God to look into his soul.
We do not agree on everything about Israel and Palestine, but I do believe that he will protect Jewish New Yorkers and our rights.
Others, though, other things, as they say, were discussed with former Governor Cuomo, including housing, the ICE detention lander, and more.
At the state capitol, among the bills that did not pass this legislative session is the New York For All Act. The bill would prohibit officers, state agencies, and employees from inquiring about someone's immigration status without a judicial warrant from the federal government. President of the New York Immigration Coalition says people should not have to worry about being handed over to ICE if they call police for help.
If they have been a victim of a crime or they witnessed the crime, calling the police is the right thing to do to ensure our collective public safety. But in this moment, what we're seeing is that may be what separates you from your family, your community, and New York.
Democratic Senator Jabari Brisport explains why he thinks the bill was not passed this session.
One major concern that consistently came up would be that passing it would paint an even larger target on the back of New York from the federal government and trigger even further spending or budget cuts from the federal government.
Bridgeport and others would like to see lawmakers come back to Albany as soon as possible to pass this bill in a special session. However, we're told that that is unlikely. Time now to head outside to the weather deck and your full storm tracker forecast, and we hope Alessa gets it in before the weather changes.
Yeah, no raindrops yet?
Yeah, no, we are dry out here. The air is very, very heavy, super, super muggy right now. There is relief coming, though. Behind this line of storms, a new air mass will slide in. It will turn very briefly more comfortable for tomorrow before dew points go back up into the weekend. So let's get you a check of the radar. A line of downpours and some thunder and lightning is just west of us. It's ahead of a cold front. We'll take a closer look. So if you are over Scary County, you've got these showers now moving through. There's not a whole lot of lightning any longer. You might hear some rumbles as it passes through. And also, the wind might be a little bit gusty as this moves through, too. A little bit of lightning over Scary County, headed right toward Bern, Westerlo, Durham. And, of course, it's moving east, so it will be moving into Schenectady and Albany counties here now through the next 30 minutes or so. Raining around Amsterdam, too. The line is broken up north. So there's not a whole lot now across the upper Hudson Valley because, again, the line's been breaking up and weakening as it's been pushing east. But this will move through, and then behind it, we will see a more comfortable air mass sliding in. These were our highs today: 89 Albany and Glens Falls, 92 in Boston, 89 in Providence, 93 in Newburgh. What a hot day it was. Heat indices were in the mid and upper 90s. Current temperatures 80 in Albany. Of course, we're going to drop off now as we bring in a little bit of rain. And then behind this cold front, you can see to our west. Look at the drop off in dew points. Buffalo and also Rochester in the 50s for dew points now. That is much more comfortable air. So that's what's coming in later on tonight and for tomorrow. Behind this front, that high south of Chicago is going to dive south of us, so tomorrow's a nice day. Won't be nearly as hot. The humidity is going to feel so much better. Have to watch this disturbance out west because it could track east, lift north of the Great Lakes, but it may lead to a few showers for us later in the day on Saturday and heading into Saturday night and very early on Sunday. But still, I think the weekend's looking good. So futurecast overnight, front moves to our east, new air mass comes in. By tomorrow morning, we are partly sunny, and as we head through the day, it will stay partly sunny. It should be a nice day, breezy, low dew points, just in great shape. Temperatures, again, tomorrow won't be as hot. They should be close to 80. Now, the dew points will be back on the rise along with temperatures through the weekend. You can see that here very clearly. Saturday turning a little humid, but by Sunday, uncomfortably humid, and the dew points will stay very, very high and tropical as we move into next week, and that's when we're expecting highs to climb into the 90s. Here's your forecast. Showers and storms in the next couple of hours. That will taper overnight. 65s are low, so we're mild overnight, but the humidity is going to drop. And it will be breezy overnight, too. 80s are high tomorrow. Nice breeze. First day of summer, which starts, by the way, at 10:42. That's the solstice. Later in the evening tomorrow. Partly sunny. Great day. Now, Saturday, I think we've got more clouds and sun. There might be a couple showers during the day, but the best chance will come late in the day and into Saturday night. Like I mentioned, that disturbance that's out west right now. And on Sunday, very, very early, maybe there's a shower. Otherwise, the day is dry with a whole lot of sun. And Sunday is when we ramp up the heat. We go from 84 Saturday to 90 and incredibly muggy on Sunday. Monday, 96. Tuesday, 95. We'll be flirting with record highs those days. The heat indices will be around 100. Wednesday, 90, very humid. That's when thunderstorm chances come in, and really the rest of the work week then, we continue to see chances for thunderstorms. Notice how highs slide back a little bit, but they still stay very, very warm in the upper 80s at the end of next week and possibly into next weekend. So it's quite the stretch of heat, but some dangerous heat by early next week with those highs well into the 90s. John and Lydia.
Thank you, Alyssa. Happening this weekend, you can enjoy some Caribbean vibes in Prospect Park for Troy's Caribbean Day in the Park, a celebration of the culture with food, live music, local vendors, and more. Starts at noon, and it is free to get in.
Proctor's Theater announcing 3 shows coming to the main stage this fall. Avatar, The Last Airbender is in concert. Progressive rock legends, Dream Theater, and MasterChef All-Stars Live. Now, the culinary competition will have contestants from MasterChef go to the stage. They'll be there live and in person, interacting during the show. That'll be on Thursday, September 18th. Avatar, The Last Airbender in concert. That's going to have a live orchestral performance of the series soundtrack. Now with cinematic experience as well. That's October the 2nd. And Rock Royalty coming back Thursday, October 23rd. Tickets for all of it on sale right now.
Many across the nation celebrating Juneteenth today.
We're going to take you over to Lower Manhattan, where there was a book signing to remember the legacy of a civil rights era leader.
And some special performances are coming to the Egg later this month. We'll dance into those details for you. Griffin?
And the Tri-City Valley Cats preparing to host the Best of the Frontier League next month. We're going to have the story next in sports. But first, 38 drivers going to roll into Pocono Raceway this Saturday for the Explore the Pocono Mountains 250. Here's a live look at the track. And you can catch the Explore the Pocono Mountains 250 this Saturday at 3:30 on the CW.
You're watching News 10 ABC, your local news leader. You're watching News 10 ABC, your local news leader.
The daughter of Malcolm X hosted a book signing at the Barnes & Noble in Manhattan today.
This event commemorating both Juneteenth and the 100th anniversary of Malcolm X's birthday. Correspondent James Ford has more.
The This is for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So precious.
It's not the name that most of the world knows him by, but Malcolm Little is a little boy in this children's book showcased on Juneteenth.
Thank you so much.
By its author, the daughter of Malcolm Little, better known as Malcolm X.
It's a story for young people to see a reflection of themselves.
Dr. Ilyasa Shabazz wrote this book about her father to personalize his story for children, the fourth generation of Americans to learn about his struggle for civil and human rights.
When I grow up, I'll be like him someday, maybe.
And I love your shirt. That is the nicest one that I've seen all day.
First grader Kingston Barnaby wore that message on his shirt when he came with his dad to the book signing that people bought tickets and books to attend. Malcolm X's family says it's Juneteenth in action now and beyond.
His character resonates with young people.
Her book is also featured here, the Visitor Center for the African Burial Ground, the national monument commemorating the thousands of enslaved Africans buried here since colonial times, has been closed off by federal officials as ICE detentions and protests against them have taken place at the federal building right across the street. But in the Burial Grounds Visitor Center, right next to the sacred ground, the Juneteenth celebration went forward.
We are doing more than just celebrating. We are really doing the hard work of bringing our ancestors' dream into fruition. And that means no erasure of our history, standing firm and telling our stories.
The Egg will be hosting Aerial Dance of the Zodiac and Dark Ballet and Rising Stars next weekend. There will be 2 performances in Albany on June 28th. Organizers say these events unite music, aerial arts, and immersive visual storytelling, all while raising funds to support scholarships and local charities.
Familiar children's book character from Dr. Seuss is coming to town. The Cat in the Hat from the PBS Kids series returning to Joe Bruno Stadium. An appearance during the I Love Upstate New York night game. That's later on this summer. It's going to happen Thursday, August 21st. Valley Cats taking on their conference rivals, New York Boulders. Tri-City will be wearing cream-colored Collar City Cats jerseys. Tickets are on sale right now. They might go for this one, so get them early. They start at a very reasonable $9.
And now your News 10 ABC Sports, sponsored by Albany Saratoga Centers for Pain Management.
Well, with a record of 22-11, 33 games into the season, the Valley Cats are sure to have some All-Stars in the Frontier League All-Star Game. The Valley Cats that do make the All-Star team are going to have the special privilege of playing the game in their home stadium. The Valley Cats are going to be hosting the 2025 Frontier League All-Star Game at the Joe on the 16th of July, and it's been announced that it's going to be a full day. The festivities begin at 3:30 with Fan Fest. A home run derby will be held before the game, and then post-game fireworks will cap the night. First pitch for the game itself scheduled for 7:05. It's the first time the Valley Cats will host the Frontier League All-Star Game. Reps from the league's 18 teams will be in the Capital Region for the events. Valley Cats Vice President and General Manager Matt Callahan says the organization is excited to play host to a great night for Capital Region baseball fans.
It's a real honor to be able to showcase not only the Valley Cats but the Capital Region as a whole, and we'll be welcoming the entire league here. So we're very excited and can't wait to get started. I think it's phenomenal for the entire baseball community of the Capital Region. It's such a strong and supportive fan base, and to be able to bring the best of the Frontier League here, guys that may go on to get signed by major league organizations, some guys that have already been part of major league organizations. It's going to be a really good showcase of talent, and I think it's going to be a great experience for the entire community.
Write it on your calendars, baseball fans. July 16th, 7:05, festivities beginning at 3:30. And the Valley Cats, they were in action tonight. They fall on the road 9-8 to the Down East Bird Dogs. Well, it's been a rough stretch for New York baseball. The Yankees have lost 6 in a row, while the Mets have dropped 5 straight. Both teams looking to snap those losing streaks today. We begin with the Yankees this afternoon, looking to avoid the 4-game sweep against Mike Trout and the Angels. First inning, Carlos Rodon delivers to Trout, and Trout drives it deep and gone into the Angels bullpen. Angels strike first on the solo shot. Bottom of the first, runners on the corners, 1 out. Giancarlo Stanton grounds it towards the middle. They get the out at second. Stanton beats it out at first. That allows the tying run to come in. We're knotted at 1. Top of the second. Joe Adell. He takes the Rodon fastball, carries it the other way. It's out for another solo homer. Angels back in front 2-1. Bottom of the frame, 1 on for the 9-hitter Trent Grisham, and you can forget it. A 2-run blast. The Yankees jump ahead on 1 swing of the bat. Next batter, Paul Goldschmidt, and he pulls the Tyler Anderson fastball, and that gets out of here. Back-to-back, belly-to-belly. Yankees lead 4-2. To the bottom of the 7th, 4-3 now. Man on second, Cody Bellinger pulls it into right. Here comes Trent Grisham, throws it up the line. Grisham scores. Throw to second. Bellinger's thrown out to end the inning, but it's 5-3 Yankees. They had 2 more after a rain delay, and then Devin Williams strikes out 3 to close the door. The Yankees snap their losing streak at 6, 7-3 the final. Over to the Mets, looking to avoid the sweep in Atlanta against the rival Braves. Second inning, man on second, 2 outs. Ronnie Mauricio dumps the Spencer Strider pitch in his center. Tyrone Taylor scores, and the Mets strike first. Bottom 4, 2 on for Ozzie Albies. He delivers a base knock into center. Matt Olson trying to score. The throw from Tyrone Taylor, not strong enough. Olson scores, and the Braves tied at 1. Bottom 5, Clay Holmes loads the bases, 3-2 count to Drake Baldwin. Holmes misses down and in. His 6th walk forces in the go-ahead run, and that's going to end his night. So in comes Huascar Brazaban. He walks Albies on 4 pitches, and the Braves take a 3-1 lead. Let's jump to the 6th. Brazaban loads the bases. Matt Olson ropes it down the right field line, and that clears the bases. The Braves extend the lead to 6-1. They win it 7-1. Mets drop their 6th straight game. Boston Red Sox gave rookie Christian Campbell an 8-year, $60 million contract extension before the beginning of the season. Well, today they sent Campbell back down to AAA. Campbell won the AL Rookie of the Month in April, hitting to a .301 batting average, but since May, he's hitting just .159. The reset for Campbell paves the way for Willie Abreu to return off the injured list. Game 6 of the NBA Finals in Indiana. Pacers looking to force a Game 7 tonight, and they're in good shape. They lead the Thunder by 30 early in the 4th quarter. That'll do it for sports. We'll be right back.
You're watching News 10 ABC, your local news leader.
Police station in South America has a new furry resident. Meet Miguelito, an orphan baby llama who's found a home at a police station in Chile. The police found the llama when he was just 5 days old.
Now, the mom had died during birth, so police took the little llama in. Now the 3-month-old has become a regular fixture there at the station house, even receiving bottles. But little llama keeps busy by being present for the shifts and going on all the rounds. So they love him.
Oh my God.
Good for them.
They're going to get him on fingerprinting next.
That's it.
What a cutie.
Nice.
All right. Not an emu. He got a llama helping out.
He's a cute little guy. I like his name. Okay, start of summer is tomorrow, 10:42 in the evening is the solstice.
Gotta wait all day?
Yep.
Yeah, we do. It's a nice day though. 80, not as hot. Humidity's going to be much lower, partly sunny, a nice breeze. Then the heat is on through the weekend. Starts to turn humid Saturday, much more humid though by Sunday. Up around 90, 90s ahead for next week.
All right.
Hot.
Stay cool.
Good night.